Sup, my name is Ryu for TheCouncilNetwork. This is a Season 4, Episode 17 review of Felicity, Beacon of Hope. And all jokes aside, it's Arrow, not Felicity. I just like making that joke all season because I'm not really all that exciting anymore. Biatch. How many times can you make a bee pun? How many times can you name drop Beacon of Hope in an episode in the past, like the last 20 minutes? About 5 for Beacon of Hope and about 18 for the bee puns. Hey, guess what? 3 arrows were shot during this episode. That gets an Emmy. That gets a fucking Emmy. The show is called Arrow, and my biggest beef last week was that there was like one arrow shot and it wasn't even from the Green Arrow. At least this time there's 3 arrows shot, even though it's a Felicity bad guy. I'm okay with it. I really am. So we will be talking about episode 18 because episode 18 is the hype status, and oddly enough, it's not going on break yet, and it is the death episode, so someone is going to die, and we'll be talking about who that could possibly be. I have about 3 or 4 that I'm really thinking is, and Diggle's not one of them anymore, and I'm sad about that, because if the rumors are true, I'm not going to be happy. But anyway, let's talk about the good before we talk about the bad. The bad. Just something like that. Anyway, Curtis in this episode was freaking hilarious. The way he did flips and whatnot. And the guy was just, still sick. Obviously, when you're, got the Olympian skills for days, you're like a beast and you're able to do flips faster than anyone knows what to do with. It was cool seeing him interact with Team Arrow and seeing him go, you're the Green Arrow, Oliver, and Laurel, I seen you on TV, you're the Black Canary, and I don't know who you are, but I guess you're one of them. Yeah, that's John Diggle, and his name is Spartan. Shows you how much he knows about him. What I thought was really funny, though, is just that interaction there, but Malcolm. Goddamn Malcolm. I am so glad we got more Malcolm in this episode. And, woo! Let's be honest here. Having Malcolm in this episode was fantastic. Because he's great, honestly. And I like how, Hive sends him and he goes to Damien. Hive has decided we're going to be moving forward without you. And it's kind of like, okay, so let's be honest with each other. Hive is supposed to be the big bad behind the scenes for Season 4. Damien Dark is the face of that. So are they just going to take Damien Dark out of the picture completely? And just that, Here's my favorite part of the episode, and it goes partly in episode 18, why I'm so, fucking worried about what they're going to do. So Laurel is a Black Canary, and I think a lot of people don't like her character. Even I was like, that's a Laurel moment during part of Season 3 and part of Season 4. But here's the thing. Like with Barry, they have to build to the character that they really are. She's not that badass Black Canary yet. She's only been a Black Canary for an extremely short time. And it's not like Daredevil where you're in Season 2, but, senses, heightened senses and whatnot. And Laurel had some great scenes in this episode. The training scene between Diggle, Thea, Oliver, and Laurel was great. You could see Oliver was frustrated. And it was kind of like if he knew someone was going to die. Doesn't happen in this episode, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Kind of like he sees it coming. I like how she, comforts Oliver. Like, it's not your fault. Things were different. I like how she's actually in the field. I like how she's freaking using the canary cry to save Oliver. And I like how she tells Oliver, ease the fuck up on Curtis. That, you're frustrated and everything. You want to save people, but still. And I like how they actually refer to her as a goddamn ADA. Holy shit. Here's my biggest worry, though. The actress who plays Laurel, Black Canary, has been seen with brown hair on Instagram and everything, and people are freaking out. The synopsis for the next episode is that basically she gets an offer to go train or something like that. We don't know the complete story. And then there's the supposed spoilers, and I've been quiet about this, the spoilers from the pictures from the set of the grave scene. And there's a few cast members who were not there, but oh man, if it's fucking true. The daughter Raish is there, so you know it's going to be a Lance. It pretty much is guaranteed to be a Lance. It's going to be either Captain Lance or it's going to be Laurel. And if it's Laurel, killing that comic book character, it's just... I don't know how I feel about that. And that's what I was saying earlier in the season. I think we all love Diggle, because Diggle has just grown on people from just being this, like, made-up guy to being a complete badass. Felicity is an actual comic book character to a degree. They just changed some of her stuff around, which it's fine. But I mean, here's the thing: it would make more sense if it was Captain Lance, you know, because then everything was building up to him. If it's not, then holy crap! But I don't really want to even think about it till next week because I'm gonna be in the feels, and I know from reading on Twitter and on Reddit, there's going to be a fucking riot if it's Laurel Lance. It's going to be a riot. And probably even me. I will rant, and I will be like, I'm fucking done giving good reviews to this show because that was a dumb fucking move. And, you know, it's like Sarah Lance. She was just great, made up for the show, and they brought her back. But they said this is supposed to stick, so it's got to make sense. All seriousness, I like how the villain, though, you know, she's got a tumor on her back, and once it gets removed, then she'll be paralyzed from the waist down. That's why she wants this device. I also like how they bring awareness to a certain, you know, organization about getting people, just ending handicap, you know, everything that was really well done, really respectable. It's on the CW channel here on YouTube. I'll put a link if anyone wants. But those flashbacks. If there's anything less exciting than the bee puns or super duper Felicity last week, it's definitely the flashbacks. And I wanted to like the flashbacks, but it's not that I'm trying to bitch about it. I think part of me thinks that the flashbacks are giving hints about Dark, but we haven't seen anything with Dark. And it's on the island. It's like, okay, this sort of works the same way, and I guess seeing all the bees come together as like a giant combination of a person was really cool, because it's just, that's super comic booky, and I'm actually glad because it's supposed to be a comic book show. I know season 1 was like super down to earth and super hardcore, but come on, trick arrows that can hack devices, really? I like how Curtis gave him a trick arrow, but it's just one of those things, again, that with the writing, at times you're like, wait, Oliver used to be able to do that. We don't know how he knew, but he knew, and then now he doesn't. So it's kind of one of those things. All around, though, it was a solid episode. Way better than last week. Last week was just, I'm not going to go into last week. I'm not. Anyway, I just want to end this video by saying 8.5 out of 10. Extremely good episode. I hope it's Captain Lance. As much as I don't want to like see him leave the show, but it just would make a lot of sense for everything, and I'm just hoping. I know there's a lot of people, either Felicity or Laurel, that's all they want. Please not Thea, please. She had the whole I died and then came back shit. She don't need it again. She don't. What I'm saying though is, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I know I'm behind on Daredevil and Supergirl. I'm going to be posting those throughout the weekend, basically tomorrow and whatnot. Supposedly there's a Legends of Tomorrow episode tonight. I'm not sure. If there is, the review will go up tomorrow as always. Anyway, thank you guys so much for subscribing if you have already. If you haven't, then you should definitely do so, because there's a bunch of cool stuff coming out on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Peace.